Hello and welcome back to Rue Valley. It's loop 48 and we're searching Maxine's room for whatever her secret with Jason Burns could be. Now, does this actually lead us anywhere? I have no idea. I'm still kind of a little bit like, I'm not sure how this gets us anywhere, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head up here, gonna go all the way up into this room and we're gonna search it. Properly this time, I guess. Okay, let's start with this. A mix of handiwork and tradition. It looks old, something that's lingered in this house for generations. Okay. Golden trophies line a rickety shelf. Not a speck of dust or grime on them. Okay. Let's have a look at the trophy shaped like a galloping horseman shooting a rifle. Despite the deception casted by the golden glitter, a scratch on one of the horse's legs reveals the trophy is actually made out of plaster. A cursive inscription on the trophy base reads, Horseback Shooting Champion, Bothwood County Fair, 1994, followed by first place Maxine K. Wasn't Maxine like super young back then? Maxine was, if she's 41 now, and now is 33 years, she would be 8? That can't be right. It can't be 33 years. No. No, it is. It is 33 years. That can't be right. I say again, but no, yet again, I do it in my head. So if she's 41 right now, yeah, she would be 8. Yeah, was she not super young? What about it? You're telling me you wouldn't entrust your child to shoot a firearm from horseback? Please? At 8? Oh, I guess so. Anyway, pick up the trophy shaped like a lasso. You have to admire the craftsmanship. The texture really feels like a real rope bound in lasso. The base of the trophy reads 1997's Cow Herding Tournament, Crimson Desert County Fair, and Maxine K first place. Wasn't underneath all this gold paint? As the paint slowly chips away, your nails reveal a real rope underneath. Whoever made it probably used a ton of super glue to make it work. And we've just kind of destroyed it a little bit, although I guess next loop it'll fix. What about this trophy shaped like a golden spur? The inscription reads Rue Canyon County Fair and Horseback Riding, Maxine K first place year 2000. So that would, I don't know why I'm having such trouble thinking of how old she would be at 2000. She would be 14. Who knew this place kept such strong traditions for a way of life that's been dead for more than a century? Some things are just hard to kill. What's with this golden scroll trophy? There's an inscription at the base of the trophy. 1995 Stockman's Quiz, Rue Spring County Fair, then Maxine K first place. What the hell is a Stockman's Quiz? Mystery is revealed a few clicks later. It's a knowledge contest about livestock, everything from equipment used to feeding, basic veterinary skills, meat production, you name it, it's there. Wait, this sparks a half-buried memory. Didn't you write an article about this exact topic? I just hope these random thoughts will stop. Not while you're alive. Seems Maxine was groomed from a very young age for a very specific way of life. One that doesn't entail owning and running a gas station. All of us are just ruins of our parents' desires. Alright, well, now we've had that upsetting moment. It's a stereo system, probably from the late 90s or early 2000s. You spend countless hours blasting angsty music through a very similar device back in your teenage years. Let's turn it on. The stereo hums to life and LED lights flicker across the control panel, almost too eager to show off its cutting-edge features. 2 cassette decks, a radio receiver, a CD player that can hold 7 discs, and the big bass boost option. Let's turn on the big bass boost option. Why isn't it on already? What kind of person would turn it off? Is there even an option to turn it off? let's check out the cassette decks. There's a cassette inside the right deck. The left one is empty. Play it. A slow, pulsing bass fills the room. Over it, a smooth, plaintive voice glides over a steady rhythm of accordion and guitar. The lyrics speak of leaving everything behind and long nights spent far from home. Alright, I'll eject it, I guess. The deck doesn't budge at first, sticking slightly before you manage to pry it open. The label on the cassette reveals it's a DIY mixtape. What was written on the label is faded and smudged beyond recognition. CD player? What can you say? It boasts a 7-disc capacity. Wow. Yes, 7 whole discs. You could load up an entire week's worth of music or just let it sit there showing off its potential. I remember, because I am getting to the point where now I'm old, my father had one of these in the back of his car and everyone was very impressed. And it could also switch CDs in the back of the car. So you could just switch between like 7 different ones. Oh, the height of technology. Yeah, I think he had the car for about 2 years and then, something better came out. I think it might have been the iPod. But anyway. Whoever last used it clearly didn't have the vision for that kind of commitment, as the display flickers indicating there's only 1 disc inside. Play it. The disc begins to spin and the speakers come alive with a surge of grinding beats, metallic melodies, and harsh synths screaming like factory alarms while a thunderous bass line rumbles beneath it all. Hell yes, Iron Wave! Metallic chaos hits you like a fist in the chest, energizing and unapologetic. Alright. The CD tray slides out with a soft mechanical whir, revealing a burned CD. Written across the surface in uneven markers a note, not Gastarbeiter Blues, music from Jace. Jace? Could that be the J? Could it be Jace Gold? Is that what we're thinking? Huh. It's only when you read it again that you realize, that it hits you that Gastarbeiter Jace could be Jason the Dumper Burns. It could also be Jason the Dumper Burns. Could Jason the Dumper Burns be Jason Gold? Maybe. Okay. And he definitely looks old enough to still be burning audio discs in 2027. Speaking of audio discs, don't you still drive a car with a CD player? If you thought ahead and burned a couple of discs yourself before coming here, you could have been cruising through this desert to music you actually like. Wow. Okay. I'm going to read her diary. I think. Oh, it's a photo album, never mind. The shelf holds several photo albums, one of which is made out of cowhide. The black and white pattern is still vibrant despite the album's apparent age. The second album is made out of faux leather, with an even faker gold print of the K family. A crumbling plastic cover barely holds the third album, and there's a faded title, Bothwood High School, Generation of 2000. Let's have a look at the K family album. The first few pages hits you right in the feels. All of them are packed to the brim with pictures of a funeral. Well, you always have to have a strong opener. Is there anything stronger than death? One photograph stands out. Walter in a black suit and a black cowboy hat, black-clad Alex and Maxine by his side. All of them are holding a fistful of soil, like they're preparing to throw it into the gaping grave. The date is February 15th, 1990. That must have been tough. Maxine lost her mom when she was about 4 years old? Old enough to remember her, far too young to have any coping mechanisms. Tough is an understatement. The following pages are all filled with instant print landscapes of Rue Valley, with a horse or two in some of the shots. Someone went on exploration expeditions. But all of the pictures look wrong. The frames are askew or there is too much light, like a young child was handling the camera. One particular picture from this series pops out. Walter staring at the endless desert, cheeks and eyes bloodshot below. It only says Pops 1991. Well, a year later and he's still devastated by his wife's death. Some pains never go away. You, of all people, should know that. The next pages are filled with similar photographs. Walter on a porch, an empty bottle of Numb Night next to him, Walter next to the ranch house that's deteriorating even more rapidly than him, Walter with kids who look so full of life, like they're leeching his own vitality. Among many, another photograph from the graveyard stands out. The title is Mom's Anniversary, February 2nd, 1993. Everyone is clad in black. Maxine is sitting on Walter's knee wearing a cowboy hat. Alex is further away, his arms folded and full of rocks. At least they still have each other. It's incredible. You found a picture so depressing that it drove you to optimism. You start flipping through pages and start noticing a pattern established with the last picture. Maxine is always around Walter, always dressed like him. And Alex, he's always around, but always occupied with something else. One of the photographs from this period pops out. Maxine is determined, holding a golden trophy shaped like a lasso. Walter is gleaming with pride and Alex is further away, his face filled with dismay. The title below reads, My First Golden Lasso, 1997. Okay. The first suggests there are more. A look of her grim determination, many more. At the very end of the album, you find an ancient photograph, so old that it's almost utterly faded away. A horse in full gallop, a rider standing in stirrups, spinning a lasso around him. Maybe Maxine won that trophy in Maynard's honor? Unlike your own ancestors, you're sure Maynard is proud of Maxine. Okay, let's have a look at the Cowhide album. The touch of preserved hide makes your skin crawl. You feel like this album is more than 100 years old, like it will crumble in your hands. The pages are yellow and thin, and each is filled with duct tape, instant print photographs that were so popular some 40 years ago. Let's see what the story is. The album was mostly filled with instant print pictures of a man in a cowboy hat and a blonde woman that's taller than him. Below every photo are names of Walter K. and Helen Dewey. Did we know that his wife's name was Helen? We may have known that, but let's just say that we didn't. So, Helen Dewey. Don't know if it's going to come up, but there we go. Seeing dozens of pictures from various locations, it seems to you Walter and Helen have explored a whole area, from mountain slopes to river canyons to vast open expanses of desert. Okay. Well, must be nice to have someone to share a hobby with. Remembering how it used to be. Sure you want to go down that road? Sure you don't remember how it ended last time? The following pages are filled with professional photographs of the modest wedding of Walter and Helen. He's still sporting a cowboy hat, but the suit is new. She's lovingly in her lace wedding dress and high heels. The date is February 2nd, 1982. The ranch house looms in the background of many celebratory pictures. It's practically unrecognizable from the ruin you saw today. I'll never have this happily ever after. Nope. He'll die alone and as broken as that decrepit manor house. Moving on from heartbreak, at the end of the album you see 3 pictures. Helen is in a torn hospital gown, her hair messed up, eyes bloodshot. Walter is right next to her, gleaming with pride. Both of them are holding a newly born baby, screams and blood smears and all. Helen is cradling hers protectively, while Walter is proudly displaying what is undoubtedly his newborn son. Below the picture you read Maxine and Alex K. The date is September 17th, 1986. Why do human newborns barely look human? You try existing in a flesh capsule filled with salt water and looking human after you emerge from it after 9 months. The next photograph shows Walter and Helen with children who are a few years older. Walter is holding Alex, who is dressed like his clone, along with a baby cowboy hat, while Maxine is with her mom. The date is April 24th, 1988. So Walter was favouring Alex at first, then Maxine? The last photograph was taken by a real professional. Its colours are still bright and true. Walter is holding both Alex and Maxine on his shoulders, and Helen by the hand. Behind him is a large blue and red banner. Walter K., Mayor, and For Our Children. The date is January 12th, 1988. Alright, now the high school album. It's filled with photos of pimple-infested teenage faces that mean nothing or less to you. Is Frank here? If you hadn't seen Anita's old camera recordings earlier, you surely wouldn't recognize the man. Frank looks like life wasn't kind to him, but almost normal. Okay, let's look for Alex. Alex sports spiky hair, a purple suit jacket, and a once black t-shirt with a Leo Thatcher for mayor. Okay. So he's wearing a t-shirt for Leo Thatcher for mayor, and we know that Bobby Thatcher was going for mayor against Walter at one point. So this is him acting out against Walter. Maxine K? Maxine took her prom picture in jeans and with a cowboy hat. How's that for a statement? Whole album? All in all, 32 pictures of teenagers that made an effort to look their best or their worst. At the end of it, you find an instant print picture from the celebration. It says, Frank, Alex, Maxine, 2004. Frank and Alex are draining whiskey bottles from intertwined hands while Maxine is cheering them on. Alright, seen enough. So they know each other is basically all we got from that. Oh, this is disappeared. Interesting. So these must all have been a one album. So the box with a heart on it or the bed. Let's go box with a heart on it. You've already given it a once over duct taped. You've already given it a once over duct taped, dusty, unused for some time. Yes, give me all the clues. Inside, a few ornaments, some colouring pens, a hair clip, and several pins, trinkets, little things that feel more like memories than objects. Without the one who kept them, you can't be sure what any of it means. You can only guess. The ornaments, maybe from our last New Year's with her mom? Maybe, possibly, you can't say for sure. Enough of this guessing game. Better focus on what can be known without imagination. Okay, it didn't take time for me for that though. The bed. Maybe there's something under it? The bed is neatly made, ready for sleep or simply for show. Nothing remarkable about it except it's Maxine's and it has the air of a family heirloom. Well, let's search it. You find nothing except the nagging thought that it looks far more comfortable than the bed in your own room despite being much, much older. It carries the faint scent of lavender and herbs, probably from a homemade softener. They really don't make them like they used to. Okay. So I've now searched her room. Right? Perhaps Alex will recognize the nickname Jace. Or perhaps Alex will recognize it. Oh. Interesting. Oh. I'm just gonna waste our time here. Right. Just because, you know, loops over. Boom. Okay, so now we have to speak to Alex. I would have thought that we would speak to Jason about it, but I guess we have to speak to Alex instead. Okay, we can do that.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Nope.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Loop 49.
Come on, you thief!
I was gonna say, give me my coffee, you jerk. Second.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Oh, she didn't say it. She didn't get far enough. We actually got out fairly quickly. Okay. So it claimed it's Alex. I would have thought that we would be speaking to Jason about this, but we'll go with what the game tells us, because often when it tells us something, it's telling us it because, well, it's true, right? Like, it's where you need to go. Right. In here. And up the stairs. Right. So we'll do that. Knock.
Pops, what's the password for today?
Just open up.
Hands up! Who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my house? Who sent you?
Have you ever heard of Jason Burns? The cannon in his hand wavers.
Are you screwing with me? You ain't no dumper. Burns is an old shithead with an even shittier reputation. And sure, you look like a shithead, I'll give you that, but you ain't him. Plus, no way you were a part of Apex Or's operation. You're probably still potty training when they packed up and left these parts.
I look like a shithead? He cuts you off, voice rising.
I'm the one asking the questions, and you're gonna spill it all. Everything. Not just sit there with your lips zipped like them big corporates do.
I'd love to answer you, but I'm not even sure what the question is anymore.
Typical corporate boys. Ask them a straight question, and they either clam up and deny everything, or just play opossum, like clockwork. And even when you bastards do talk, who in their right mind would believe a single word? When does a corporation ever tell the truth? Never! But I know the truth. The truth behind every goddamn disaster the likes of you caused. I figured it all out.
Did you?
First, the 1994 Apex ore mines accident. Official explanation, gas explosion. Bullshit. It was mismanagement and cost-cutting. A fucking cover-up.
Okay. Give me a second. I am noting this all down. 1994 Apex, or did they say gas explosion? Yes, Apex or gas, and that is a cover-up, he says. Okay. At least we're getting some timing in here.
Then, in 2007, the train derails, burns half the town to the ground. Official story? Driver's fault. Sure, blame it on the poor dead guy and walk away clean.
Okay, train derailed. Interesting.
And finally, in 2010, the water turns black, and what do? They blame Jason Burns. It's a pattern.
Okay, that seems fair enough, yeah. So Jason was just a scapegoat? Your question pulls him out of his rant, derailing his momentum.
No questions or sub-questions allowed. Now who the fuck are you really?
I'll show myself out, okay?
Stop right there, pal. Now empty all your pockets.
Okay.
That's all you have? But still, now start.
Yeah. We've done this song and dance. Okay. So he thinks it's all a conspiracy, but it doesn't actually tell us anything. He's just giving us some more things that happened. Yeah, cause, he says all that sort of stuff. Right.
Now
we wait for the end of the loop. In silence. And let's go. $50.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes. Nope. I was in case he had anything about the history of this place, but right. So now we've got this. So maybe you'll have better luck with recognizing the nickname Jace. Okay, it's fine. And we search Maxine's room. So maybe we have to go and ask we'll ask Jason about the nickname Jace. Somebody said I haven't done the thing where I asked her for a key card. I did ask her for a key card, like after we left ours in her room. I think it said, like she was like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then she was like, oh, actually I can't, and we don't know the reason why she can, but she couldn't for some reason, basically. So you might get it if we wrap up the enter Frank's room thing, but I haven't done that yet. Yes. What? Okay, so not that one. So is that still saying that maybe he'll have better luck recognizing the nickname Jace? Huh. Interesting. So I could ask Maxine about it. Guess I can do this other one just to prove it as well. And confirm it for myself. So I think we have to ask Maxine about Jace, and if not, then we have to
antenna, Rue Valley Motel.
we have to cancel that one, I think. We'll see.
Oh, hello, Miss.
Right.
All right then. So, number.
There we go.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
So now we have that. So what we did it before is we sat here and then it said, right, now you can go back in. We'll go up to our room and then we'll come back down again. Right. Let's go. I think what she's done is she gave us, I think the answer to this is she gave us the key card. But, yeah.
I'll break
I'm not
you
sure.
open if I have to.
Well, let's head back this way. As in, I think she gave us the master key card. And that's why she can't give us the master key card, is because we have it. But I don't know how we would prove that. Let's see.
How can I help you, Mr. Harrow?
But there, you see there's nothing to do there. So, yeah, so we may have to give up on Frank's room, but let's go to the gas station first and see if Maxine has anything. So that'd be south. Trying to think of where else we need to go. I guess Travis North we still technically could speak to again. I think he might be the only person we haven't spoken to again. Travis or Riley. I guess we could try Riley again, but yeah, not sure. Okay, right.
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas?
Nope. Okay. Well, guess we can head back. There's no reason to go to the graveyard. Yeah, let's just go north. Yeah, I think I have to give up on the Frank's room one. I think you were meant to give up on the Frank's room one so much earlier, which would then lead to other story pushes. But, yeah, I don't know. As in other places for the story to go. If this leads nowhere, then I'm not entirely sure what we do, but... Anyway, oh, she's already left. I can't do anything with this, right? No. There's nothing on my phone that I can look up? No. Okay. There's nothing with Jason. Let's go up here. I haven't tried going back into the, oh, well, that's the reason I haven't tried going back in there. You can't go back in there. I was going to say I hadn't tried going back into the, psychology office, but there's a good reason for that. You can. Okay. Okay. I think we pretty much got one option for ways forward. Let's sit down. We'll do a little recap as well. Phone. Do that. Well, you try speaking to Travis. We should try speaking to Travis before we give up on Frank's room. That I think is the obvious path. We give up on Travis before doing that. Or sorry, we go to Travis and then we see where that takes us. I haven't tried drinking the water yet either. I don't know if I should. That seems like a bad idea. Okay, loop 50 didn't go anywhere. Loop 51 coming right up. Right.
Still with me, Mr.
See you.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Oh, gotta speak to Travis.
Come on, you thief!
There are other people. Actually, there's let's go to the Kuiper Belt. There's also a reason to speak to Anita, because we can ask Anita about Camilla. Yeah. Which I guess is an option. Okay. Let's go over here. He's very unhappy, but that's fine. So it's time to get in here and to chat.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt.
Oh, he's still annoyingly full of life.
I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Man, what is this? Why is this arcade so damn hard?
That's because it's not your average arcade game. What you're looking at is a state-of-the-art landing simulator, built to replicate real-world flight descent conditions with surgical fidelity.
You don't exactly look like an astronaut. What's this thing doing here in a bar? It fits the vibe, don't you think? Super tech in a place themed around what tech made possible. I'd say it belongs.
I give it a go sometimes. Not great at it, but I can get the paraglider down in one piece. Most days.
Want to bet I'll land it faster than you?
No need for a bet. I believe you. I never chase the clock. I just aim for a safe landing. The timer's for folks looking to etch their name in the high score table.
I also don't care about the time.
Sometimes you gotta do things for fun, and fun only. Good luck.
You're not from around here, are you?
My accent gave me away, right? When I first came here, I had the hardest time adjusting to the way people talk. It's just so thick. Man, oh man. Let me tell you, it doesn't get easier with time. I've been here a while. And what brings you here? Sorry if I'm prying, but you're obviously a stranger.
We're gonna be nosy. So why are you here?
I just love it when people answer my questions with more questions.
He gives you a wry smile.
Okay, then I'll leave you to it. I got stuff to do. Just call me if you need to top up.
Yeah, get me a drink.
Sure thing. What do you want? Our bar is top-notch. Not even Bothwood has some of the stuff we have.
I'll have the usual, please. His smile never wavers as he lifts a bottle way above his head and pours you a drink. Now a single drop splashes on the counter.
Here. First one's on the house.
I'll cheer him with my drink and down it. He salutes you with a tap of a fingertip on his temple. So I'm now tipsy. Which means that we're now more impulsive and less extroverted. Which means that we're no longer dramatic right now. Okay, and I can't join in their conversation. Can I interrupt it with the piano again? No. Okay. Can't do the jukebox. Huh. Yeah, nothing here. Guess we have the other thing that we haven't done yet, which is we have a clue that Walter may turn up at the train tracks. Let's use our car and go down there. Yeah, let's go back down there. Because that's where he previously ran away to. I completely forgot about that until I was like, what else can we do? South. And... resuming. Yeah, it only takes you a minute to get back there. Okay. It's fine. Let's have a look at the train tracks. Let's see if we can find Walter. Right. Oh, we've already finished the train tracks one? There's no chance that he's up there and there's somewhere else that we can explore up here? Oh, dead end. Okay. There's nowhere along here that you could be hiding? Like down this way? Nope. Alright, well there goes that theory. I'm gonna sit here with my phone anyway. Wi-Fi? Nope. Okay. Yeah, sit here with our phone. Right. Until the loop ends. Squish them all. Okay, loop 52. Okay, so we have to give up on the Frank's room thing. I think that's the only thing that makes sense for us here. Mainly because I have no other leads. And maybe that gives me what I've been missing the whole time, which is a purpose to our investigation. Okay.
Still with me, Mr.
Yeah, I'm done.
Mr. Harrow,
Although maybe I should
please.
have done that on the previous loop, because if I did it on the previous loop, then if I had anything with him, I could have done it. But I don't know. Let's do this. Let's give up. Fueled by the fire of half-hearted determination, made two bold efforts to almost efforts to break into Frank's room. Alas, your luck ran out. Try harder to enter Frank's room. Your attempts to enter Frank's room failed, and the failure makes it harder to try again, but it's not impossible. I see. Why not ask the receptionist to show you the MasterCard key under the pretense that you're an electric lock enthusiast? After all, you've already gone through the manual, so you're kind of an expert already. There has to be something in the keycard system manual, you just have to approach it differently, give it another try.
Give me my coffee.
I see. I see. So,
yes, your colleagues
turns
already
out that
suggested
we
I read
could
it.
have done this all along, I guess. Alright then. The manual pages are as crisp and white as the first time you opened it. It looks mundane, but you can feel the answer lurking somewhere in here, just waiting for you to dig it out. I was too eager to grasp everything at once the first time. You got tangled in cross-references, footnotes, and the glossary, losing sight of the bigger picture. You overlooked the manual's flow. Perhaps I should read it all the way through, from beginning to end, just as the writers intended. You should, and don't worry if you don't understand it at first. Just read it. Designed with cross-compatibility in mind, the system can adapt to various operational environments, provided the keycard firmware is updated to match the versions specified in Table 4.2. However, unregulated firmware could lead to cascading failures in access control hierarchy. I need to let it come to me, like a whisper carried on the wind. It's the lightning. I'm sure it's still the lightning. I think we had the answer right, we just didn't have the enter room harder bit. Emergency protocols must be programmed into the system's firmware to activate redundant failsafes during power surges, but these protocols must be tailored to the operational context, as improper configuration could result in the system defaulting to an unlocked state during high priority events. Okay. In the labyrinth of jargon, clarity lies in the pauses I take. The Intruder Alert Pro, which integrates with law enforcement systems, should be configured with delay parameters to prevent false alarms. However, over-adjusting these settings can increase the risk of a delayed response during actual breaches, which could result in unauthorized access remaining undetected for extended periods. I'll let the thoughts marinate, allowing the essence to seep through. In accordance with the QMS 1100 standard, an embedded emergency feature facilitates the automatic disengagement of the locking mechanism during power failures, ensuring a return to its initial operational state upon restoration of power, thereby maintaining the system's integrity. Lightning's about to hit right after we read that one. Answers are hidden in the fog. I must wait for the clouds to part. Well, the clouds just parted. The automatic disengagement of the locking mechanism during power failures just happened, as well as its return to its initial operational state upon restoration of power. Disengagement of the locking mechanism. Yeah? That's right. In the storm's embrace, the lock yields to darkness, inviting me to step inside. Indeed, you've glimpsed the path that leads within. I had it right the whole time. No, I'm just going to sit here and play a match of hyper casual protagonists. Okay, that is minorly annoying, but we have learned a lesson that you should just immediately fail them if you can. There we go. We've learned a lesson. That's fine. Loop 53. At least it pushed us to discover literally everything else we could discover. So we know where our path is. Wherever this tells us there's
Still with
info,
me, Mr. Harrow?
it's where we need to go. So, let's see.
Spit it out already.
Is there a wait until lightning? Yeah. Wait until the loudest thunderclap causes a blackout. There's still some time before that happens. Go kill some time, then come back.
Come on, you thief.
Really? I just want to wait here, though. Okay.
I'll break you open if I have to.
I'm gonna go and sit on the bench, I guess. Wait and observe more. What you're doing now is exploration in 4 dimensions, and you're doing good. You're pretty certain you know everything that happens before this moment. You keep it all in your head. Woman leaves the vending machine at 8:08. The man from room 5 enters the reception area at 8:12. Let's see what happens next. Soon after, you hear the familiar sound of the reception area door. Do I need to wait for him to leave again? Yep. I have to wait for the animation for him to leave. Jason leaves the reception area, hops on his bicycle and heads north. He'll be soaked by the time he reaches the bar. Okay, who's calling? The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, masking the identity of the mysterious caller.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
Speaking.
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
That sounds great, Mr. Rugger, but I have a question first, if I may.
But of course, Mr. Harrow.
Nope. Okay, sit down. Sit. Get up. Okay, so we've discovered, like, all the time that we can discover here. Okay. Well, let's head over here. Hopefully it will let me wait now. Really? Okay, I want to do this until thunder strikes and don't, you know, cause me issues. Okay. Enough of this for now. Quickly do something before it strikes. Right. It's 8:37. Any moment now. Power out. The sky is split apart by a crackling root of blue fire, and as heaven above is bathed in light, the world below is shrouded in darkness. As the following thunder rolls over your skull, you hear a faint click. Push the door now. I'm in. Alright. A worn-out plastic folder sits neatly on the table, packed with papers and held together by a large rubber band. The front of the folder shows a picture of a huge rocket with a group of people in red jumpsuits. Above it, the Coral Destiny logo stands out in full colour, along with some small print at the bottom of the page. Coral Destiny? These guys again? Local suppliers of free water bottles. And, oh yeah, space exploration and colonization. The fine print at the bottom of the page confirms it. The real question now is, how is Frank connected to them? Well, they've got a facility here. Chances all the locals are tied up with them somehow. As far as you know, Frank's just a mechanic at the local gas station. What could he possibly have to do with a spacefaring corporation? Probably nothing important. Inside the folder is a jumble of printed documents and handwritten pages, all mismatched in size and color. It's an eclectic mix. Some pages look, or eclectic mix. Some pages look official, while others are covered in messy scrawls, like notes scribbled in a hurry. Everything's piled on top of each other with no rhyme or reason. It's like Frank just crammed everything in without a second thought. Sort through the papers and try to bring some order to the chaos. Alright, now you can try and make more sense of this mess a bit more easily. What we managed to piece together is that all the papers seem to be connected to something called the Guiding Light Mission. Judging by the writing style and the diagrams... Oh, wait, that's... well, we already kind of... well, you know, that is new. Guiding Light. Guiding Light. It's a new thing. Okay. Anyway, judging by the writing style and the diagrams of the printed pages, it looks like part of an official report, the kind of all the formal language and precise formatting. It's incomplete. There are pages missing, gaps that make it impossible to get the full picture. Every single page has underlined words and comments scribbled in the margin. Guiding Light Mission? Never heard of it. No wonder, space exploration and colonization have never been your thing. The handwritten notes, on the other hand, looked like personal reflections referencing the report. One page in particular stands out. At the top, in large bold letters, the word liars is scrawled. Let's examine the note titled Liars. Turning the page, you find a printed section of the report. It looks like part of a conclusion, but it's covered in frantic handwriting. The word accident is heavily underlined and repeated over and over. Okay, why am I not surprised they lied about the accident? Hold on, Frank's calling them liars, but at the same time, he's been exhibiting some erratic behavior lately. It's hard to tell if he's onto something real or if his mind's just spiraling out of control. Do we know how their parents died? I don't know if we do. Like Riley and Frank. Could it be that their parents were killed with by some choral destiny thing? Okay, let's look through the printed pages. A lot of this is just technical mumbo-jumbo procedures from the crews were supposed to follow during the mission. The comments in the margins are mostly explanations or clarifications, as if Frank is trying to make sense of the technical jargon on his own. You get the impression he was determined, almost desperate to figure it all out himself. Turns out he's not just a careless driver after all, there's actually a brain behind it. You ever imagine Frank would be capable of diving deep into something like this? Handwritten notes? Despite your best efforts, the handwriting is nearly unreadable, a jumble of disjointed sentences. It feels more like a stream of consciousness than anything coherent, just fragments of thoughts scrolled down in a rush. Seems like he used this as a way to clear his head. Not that it did him much good, judging by the state of the rest of the notes. So, it's all about this guiding light mission and the so-called accident. Interesting. Sounds like something that should ring a bell, but then again, you've written about everything under the sun except space, so it's no wonder you're out of touch on this topic. Well, maybe this is a sign. The time has come to specialize in one topic. Space. Maybe, but that decision can wait. Right now, you need to dig deeper, find out more about this somewhere else. This folder's a start, but it's not enough. There are too many gaps, too many unanswered questions. Okay, I gained a new memory, the guiding light accident. Oh, over here. There was an accident on a mission to Mars in Earth orbit. The whole crew died. Oh. Okay. Is that maybe why Riley wanted to be an astronaut? I've only got 2 minutes. I'm going to go in here. Why is it red? There's nothing to click on. It's just red. Huh. Okay. List of rules for staying at the motel. Hold on, this looks familiar. You zero on the ones that stand out, the ones that catch your eye for all the wrong reasons. Well, we'll leave that. That's fine. I don't need to. Let's look at this. Looks like Frank dropped something here, a phone to be exact. Maybe you should pick it up. It's not like you aren't already breaking the law being in his room. Sorry, Frank. Frank's phone. It's got no power. It's an older model, of course, with black casing. The edges are worn and bruised, and the screen's clearly been cracked for a while. The owner didn't care much about keeping the phone in good shape. Explore it. You tap the screen a few times, but there's no response. The side buttons also yield no results, probably a dead battery. Right, I'll put it in my pocket. Is there anything else in the room? Nope, I'm done. Oh, also what's this one? Access Frank's phone. Yeah, I'll commit that. Has to be a phone charger around here. And I packed mine, apparently. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Managed to enter Frank's room and found his cell phone lying on the floor, as well as a lot of documents related to the Guiding Light mission. Alright. Cool. Well. Time to play a quick game of hyper-casual protagonists. Because we are not going to do anything in these 2 minutes. 54. Now, do I get to keep the phone? That's an interesting question. I'm assuming the answer is no. But we'll see. Maybe if it's small enough to fit in your pocket, you can keep it. There it is, the good old fire in the sky. Maybe I can ask this guy if he's got a phone charger.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Yes, and I have a question. Ooh, wait a second. Have you ever heard of the Guiding Light mission? Instead of answering, he stays silent, his bushy eyebrows shoot up like rockets, his eyes widening as if some unfathomable truth had just been revealed. But then, just as quickly, his composure returned. Guiding light. Well, why do you want to know that? I asked first, so you answer first, and don't skip any details. Also, I got to keep the phone. Wait a second, I got to keep the phone. Interesting. Anyway. Your curiosity is commendable, but I'd prefer if you focused on your therapy with that same level of enthusiasm. He dodged the question like he was swerving to avoid a stray animal while speeding down a desert road. Not only that, the absence of the usual follow-up question, something like, how is that related to you, is highly unusual as well. Look at him squirming in his chair, it's making him uncomfortable. I shouldn't have asked anything. So what if he's uncomfortable? People can't always stay in their little bubbles, especially if they know something. Definitely looks and acts like someone who hides something. He glances at the clock as always.
Alright then. That's it for today.
Get inside of his room. Ooh.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay, well I know how to get in his room if it's here. Wait. Don't you feel that weight shifting in your pocket like something is in there when nothing should be? That shouldn't be possible. But it is happening. Didn't you put something in that pocket in the previous loop? Frank's phone. Yep, however improbable, Frank's phone is still there. It means you know shit all about the way this loop thingy actually works. All of a sudden, everything starts feeling wrong. You feel overwhelmed by even such an instinctive task as breathing.
Mr. Harrow, you're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
Your throat tightens with a noose made of pure anxiety. You thought it was over and done, didn't you? Try to untangle that noose before it chokes me dead. Too sensitive. You try to get a grip on yourself and that choking rope, but you're treading slippery grounds. I am even more sensitive now. In a world without surprises, this one hits you like a wake-up call. I can't believe. As moments pass, the sense of anxiety grows in you, becomes you. You can hardly breathe. What did the doc say last time? Breathe through pursed lips like blowing out a candle? Try that. It is not helping. You're only sucking for more air like your far distant ancestor, the fish who dared jump on land. Besides, Dr. Fink said this method worked for hyperventilation, not hypoventilation. Anxiety is riding you like a motherfucker. Okay. Close our eyes, maybe the storm will wash over me. Only gets worse, with nothing visual to focus on, the only thing you can think of is that noose around your throat. Admit it, nothing will work, you need to focus on the source of this attack. Now take out Frank's phone and focus on it. You would recognize that lightning-shaped crack on the screen anywhere. The tide of anxiety abates a bit, allowing you to breathe. That noose still hangs heavy around your neck. Mr. Harrow. He takes off his glasses and the eyebrows perform a somersault right in your face.
I understand your reluctance to admit you're upset, but it's clear that your phone has perturbed you in some manner.
But this phone shouldn't be here, must not be here.
I understand and recognize you're upset, Mr. Harrow. In cases such as this, it's best to remove ourselves from the source of emotional disturbance. Please, next time, leave the phone in your room, and we shall discuss it in depth during our next session.
Even before this phone episode, at the beginning of our session, you looked rather worse for
May
wear.
I ask, how's your sleep these days?
Great, better than a log, in fact.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight...
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. Thanks, but no thanks.
Suit yourself. But please bear in mind, I'm offering just a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. This is not a sedative. Far from it.
Do you have a spare charger by any chance?
No, unfortunately. Good night, Mr. Harrow.
Good night. Interesting. I am rather getting the feeling that there's a lot of info that we could have gotten a lot earlier had we, you know, just got into Frank's room. Ah, Gideon Fink. Get inside his room. Dr. Fink worked at Coral Destiny gets us an extra Oh, it means it costs less inspiration to get into his room. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. And access Frank's phone. We have our charger, so it's fine. Huh.
Give me my coffee.
Oh, we can look
jerk.
at... Wait, I guess we can just go through the window to get into his room.
Spit it
Oh, that would
out
work.
already.
Okay. Well, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. You might think
on,
that
you
we've done it
thief.
in the wrong order, right? I have to go somewhere where she's not quite as loud.
I'll break you.
There we go. You might have thought we did everything in the wrong order, and we may well have. I don't know how it's going to play out the story. But if you think about the amount of information we already have about the world, that actually gives us a pretty big advantage in everything we do going forward, because everything's going to cost us less inspiration going forward, right? Because we already know information about it. It's going to mean that it costs us less to go to the next step. I wonder how that's going to play out. That's some interesting stuff. Okay. Well, I am going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, we charge Frank's phone. We get inside Dr. Fink's room. I guess we can use the same trick. We could use the thunder trick to get in, but we can also just go in through the window by the looks of it. Although I guess you have to wait till he's not there. Otherwise, he'd be a little bit perturbed. But anyway, although he never leaves his room, right? Yeah, we never actually see him leave his room. So that's interesting, breaking into his room after that then. Guess you'd have to know when he goes to the bathroom or something, and then you get like a window. Oh, anyway, ending the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.